to Tub Talks with Damon. My very special guest in the tub is wonderful, fabulous New Yorker, stigma fighter, Cesar Caicedo.
Exactly.
Did I say that right?
Cesar,
All right, yes.
Cesar Caicedo.
Cesar Caicedo.
I love how my last name sounds with the American English accent.
Does it sound different?
It sounds sexy. Very sexy. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Sorry, there's a little, the bubbles are like going up a little on the side. It's so good to see you. It is so good to have you here.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you in Folsom Street, New York.
Did.
It was a really good festival, right?
We had a great festival, and part of what I really enjoyed was getting to learn more about your experience here in New York and hearing more about what you are living with and going through and helping others with.
Sure.
Before we get to all of that, I want to ask you, what do you like most about your body?
My tattoos.
With that, your tattoos, all right. So let's show the people.
Yeah, I have a lot of tattoos.
Yes.
And
when did you start getting tattoos?
My first tattoo was when I was 21.
Uh-huh.
And
how old are you now?
I'm 53.
All right.
I'm 52. I'm going to be 53.
All right.
So it was 30 years ago.
Yeah. Which was the first one?
It's fading in the back. It's an eclipse. It's very tiny. It's on my back of my shoulder.
Okay.
I used to work for a newspaper
Uh-huh.
in advertising area. And 30 years ago, to open a tattoo shop store in a middle sized town in Colombia, it was crazy, like really crazy, almost impossible. So I went there, make an article about tattoos, the new tattoo shop, and I make a really good article, and the guy signed a thing. He gave me, let me make you a tattoo, and I was like, you're crazy, because it was a taboo. Tattoos was for people that goes to jail or people that are in gangs. It wasn't really a good thing like 30 years ago in Colombia. But you know, my personality and being gay and the closet and the whole thing, I was like, let's do it. And it was very tiny, and I was hiding for a long time until, you know, Latino moms are intense. So she saw me one day leaving the shower, and I remember every time that she's upset, she pronounced my whole name. And she's like, Cesar Augusto, I can't believe you did that. Don't tell me that's a tattoo. And then blah, 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 blah. And like making the story short, it was a blessing, because then from there, I just started writing the story of my life and my body. So that's what my tattoos are. My tattoos are not from a book or a design or a fashion. Every single tattoo is an emotion and experience that I have in my life. So that's why I love them, because I love my life.
Wow. So every symbol here, every tattoo tells a story about a part of your life over these past 30 years.
About every story of my life, about 52 years, because there's tattoos that are a reflection of things that happened to me in my childhood, in my early years, because I started healing the inner child a few years ago, and I love little Cesar. Little Cesar is very important, and the little kid that we all gay have inside, it should be very important, because now we are adults and we can deal with bullies and with any situation. But mostly for us gays, the kid was tough, and it was the strong that accept to be bullied and have to deal with family and with judgment and don't understand the many things that were happening at the time. So I love to cherish my little Cesar, the little kid.
Mm-hmm. What kind of childhood experiences are represented in your body?
Well, I know myself very well, and I know that my story starts with rejection, right? So, and I tell you, it's not a sad story. It's something amazing, because it's part of me and that I know myself very well. So, in that sense, I become a very spiritual person, not religious, but I'm coming from a Catholic, born and raised family. So for me, it's important to honor that part of my family, of my culture. It's very important in the Latino community. So I have some of them that reflect that, but in the question and that sense that you just asked me, this will be the most important. This one is the Sacred Heart. I don't know if you can see it very well here. And the little letter here is the name of my mom, because she stayed quiet for 30 years about my tattoos, never asking since that first time that she was upset. And then last time that I went to Colombia to visit her, she's like, why you do that? Why, isn't it painful? And I say, no, it is not. She said, why you do it? And I was like, it's an artistic expression and for me, and I do it because of that. And it's a reflection of good and bad things that happen in my life, but there's no bad and no good. So all the experiences are good. And it represents things that I am proud and I like of my life. And she said, oh, really? So which one is me? So I told her, none, because you never been interested in it. And she said, I thought that I was important for you. And I said, after God, you are the most important person because you gave me life, you know? You're my mom, but you had never interested in that part of my life. So, and she said, I want one that represent me. Yeah. I told her that would be great because mostly everybody do it when the person passed or the person died. So I told her, choose whatever you want and let me know the part of your body that you wanted. And then, as I said, she's a Catholic, so she chose the Sacred Heart. Wow. Because there is a big Jesus Sacred Heart in the entrance of my house. Yeah. And she said, when you move to America and when you left this house, I pray him and ask him to protect you during your journey. Wow. So I want that to be the symbol that you have in my body that represent me. And that's what it is. So beautiful. That involved childhood, mother, born, raised, the whole thing.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, it's nice. Thank you for asking and listening.
Now, one of the tattoos that I noticed the other day, here we go, right here, that I love, that I want to ask you more about, says, you equals you.
Yeah.
And this was the beginning of a conversation we had at Folsom Street East. And I'd like to hear more about you equals you and what that means in your life.
So you equal you, it's for people who don't know, it means undetectable, equal, untransmittable. Mm-hmm. As an HIV living person for 20 years, it's been a journey. I'm not going to say a difficult one, but not an easy one. It's been a very interesting, a very learning experience, and I love it because it's my journey. Yeah. And I'm proud about it, and I'm come along, as you can see, in a very good way. Yeah. So I heard about this long time ago, and I've been trying to get in contact with the people who designed it. I had a dream that one day, make it, if you translate it in Spanish, will be beautiful. It will be indetectable, significa intransmitible. So then I have a lot of experience, 20 years living with the virus. At the moment that I'm going to have, that I meet somebody, that I'm going to have a sex, I'm going to have a relation, for me, it's something that I need to speak about it. Like, I went to college, I'm from Colombia, I'm 5'9", I have black eyes, it's part of who I am. But the reaction is not always the same. There is a lot of stigma still on the street. There is a lot of lack of information.
So today you still get stigma, 2024.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Come on, yes, like, yes.
What is that?
Yes, yes, a stigma is that you, Grinder, which I don't have for a long time, but Grinder, hi, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm HIV positive, block. You know what I mean? And you're like, wow, okay. Or like this moment that you have somebody in your bed and you're almost ready to fuck them. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, because it's kind of being like polite. I don't know. And I say, oh, by the way, I just want to tell you before I fuck you that I'm HIV positive, but I'm undetectable. Oh, no, and run away like crazy. And I'm talking about things that probably happened 2 months, three. Oh, I experienced
That's all right.
2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So
this
for
is very
me,
recent.
for me, I understand because we need to understand, and we need to understand every single person around us. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's just different interpretations. So I understand the part that you feel scared, and when you're scared about something, you fear and you have reactions because we are humans. But then you need to do something to teach people, and people need to understand because it's not only HIV. It's gonorrhea, it's syphilis, it's chlamydia, it's so many STDs, and everybody's just like, are you okay? And listen, 90% of the people that is outside is saying, oh yeah, I'm okay, I'm clean. Bullshit. They haven't go and get tested. They are scared to find out if they're HIV positive, and HIV positive person, it could be a very healthy person because we get tests every 3 months, because we know what the medicine means, because we want to protect ourselves to get gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia. We start to understand more our sex life, and how we enjoy it, and how we let somebody infect us, or how we get to that point. So I think that we grow as a person, and we understand, and we go through process of deny, fear, upsetness, and all that process, but at the end the result is beautiful. So I think that's so sexy. I think for me it's so sexy. For me, I feel so sexy that I know my sexuality, that I don't hide it, that I'm healthy, that I go to the gym, that I eat healthy, that I'm like, hey, yeah, like I'm a warrior, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I'm a survivor, I'm a warrior, and that's the kind of proud that you have to be as a gay. So it's interesting that we in the gay community, we are all the time talking about, oh, we are equal, let's the rights, and let's be equal, but we discriminate terribly between us. Like there's the bears, there is the twins, there is the people who lives here, there is the people who look like that, there is the HIV positive, there is the ones that do this, there is the this, don't go to colors and nationalities. So, but this is not coming from bitterness. This is coming from beautiness. The beautiness that give you a spirituality. Spirituality, the beautiness that is coming from the inside. When you go inside and you become in a beautiful light, an inner human being that reflects outside, and everything flows.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I love that that you're talking about the beautiness, the empowerment, the sexiness of being aware of your health, being connected to medical care. As we learn as we get older, it's also a conduit to making sure the doctors are keeping an eye on other things like cholesterol and insulin levels and all these other things that you're tested for. That when we're connected to healthcare services, things that are really important for us in our 50s and 60s and upward to be aware of.
Yeah, but as well, it's important for us 50s and 60s, but I'm going to tell you, like, the young crowd, like, you take things for granted, like having PrEP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, what a blessing.
Yeah.
So you're having PrEP, you're having something that is preventing you to live a different experience, but you still don't take it.
Mm-hmm.
And you still don't go to the doctor, and you still don't get checked.
Why do you think that is? What do you think is the barrier for people when they know PrEP, when they can have access to PrEP? What stops them from getting it and seeing a doctor about it?
Because I think that we are being in a society that is the instant society. Everything is right now, immediately, like right now. And we are still, and day by day, we are living more thinking in the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So how we look, where we going, where we traveling, how I react, what my friends are going to say. When I'm sorry, but we are wrong. The trip is inside. You have to go inside. You have to know yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to know why you are a sex addict. You need to know why you smoke like crazy, or why you are alcoholic, or why you are promiscuous. All those things that we see like normal, they are coming from somewhere, and from something that is usually in your root family tree. And if you put things together, that is when the tree of life, that very Asian old symbol that all religions have it, is about.
Yeah.
The roots, the trunk, and the branches. So that's you, that's us. So you have to go deep. You have to go to your roots. Who was your grandfather? Who was your grandmother? Where are they coming from? Who was alcoholic in your family? Who was abused when I was kid? Many of us, we were abused. I was touched when I was 5 years old with somebody that touched me, awake my sexuality in some way. And then during the whole process, I've been discovering that things that I used to like it, I don't like them anymore. And because I'm healing, so I'm starting to love myself day by day. And I was like, with all respect, because I'm not judging, and we are, and I'm being through everything, and everything that you've been doing, I've been doing it in twice. But then I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't want to be fucking whoever.
Yeah, but
I don't want to be fucking whoever and with no protection. Or I don't want to be getting fucked with whoever. Like, I want to get something nice, like energetic wise, like taking care. I don't want to get an STD, you know what I mean? Or all those kind of things. So it's kind of a connecting your emotions, your mind, your body, and your spirit.
yeah.
And the combination of those four bodies, it's a great result. And it goes in loving yourself. And at the end, that's why we are here. We are not here to love other person. We are not here to love my boyfriend, to love my no. We are here to learn how to love ourselves.
Yes.
So when I love myself, and I had that Anahata chakra balance from here to here and from here to here, then you shine.
Yeah.
And then you just, everything flow. And then you know like people, and you immediately start feeling that you want to help others, and you want to spread the message, and you don't want to fight anymore, and you don't want to be focused on hating people or being mean, or yeah, I think that well, that's who I am, and that's the way that I think.
Yeah.
But I think that being mean is not sexy anymore. Being nice, fabulous, you know what I mean? You don't need to be like, whatever. We all are struggling inside, and we all get drunk, we all get horny, we all being depressed, some are HIV, others have cancer, others are in bankruptcy, others are divorcing. Everybody has something in the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
yeah, we have struggles. We are also, I believe, very interconnected. I'm also very much a spiritual practitioner and believe that we all carry that light, that love, that is from source, that's within us, that we have these bodies that make us appear separate, but that we are actually all interconnected through the way we carry that light. And as you said earlier, when we shine, that's what we're here to do.
yeah,
We're here to shine and to bring light into this world and into our community, especially in the queer community where there is still a lot of stigma and ignorance, competition, pettiness, and you've been the brunt as someone who's open and generous, I believe, with your disclosure of being you equals you, but still carry the brunt of having to deal with some of the ignorance and the experiences you described, some of the rejections that you've had to deal with because you've been open.
Yeah, because I decided to tattoo my body because first of all, I'm proud about it.
Yeah.
It haven't been an easy task, and I deal with it. I carry it with pride. I'm giving back something. I'm being super lucky. Like the people that I'm being surrounded, and like HIV doesn't define who I am. It is a human condition, like many. And that's it.
That's it.
But it's a beautiful tool that I have to talk and spread the message. And that's what I've been doing here. You're not alone. It's so many. There is about 45 million people out there living with this. And it can be a great experience.
Yeah.
Living with HIV, living with HIV can be a great experience if you decide to do so, because it's for me, but I decide to do it. You know what I mean? Like I just go for my life and doesn't define who I am, and whoever is not okay with it, like see you later, alligator, is your problem,
How do you emotionally cope with that kind of rejection if somebody leaves, if you're with someone, you're vulnerable with someone, you disclose HIV and they take off? How do you deal with that?
I've been through the whole process, I'm telling you. So I deal with food. So I was eating like crazy. Yeah. So that's why I was 260 pounds a year ago. Wow. And I mean, eating like crazy. Who can say no when you're depressed to a nice chocolate souffle or a dark chocolate malted cake, my favorite. Or I've been through drinking a lot. Jameson, my favorite Irish whiskey, and so I mean when I'm drinking a lot, having sex like crazy, because we deal with those kind of things. But then when it's emptiness, and you're like, and then you go to what is next. And then I found the spiritual path. So then I'm combining. I have a theory about the 4 bodies. It's not my theory. I read about it. Yeah. We are four bodies, and I have a tattoo here, as you can see.
4 bodies.
So 4 bodies.
The tattoo is there.
The tattoo is here. So the spirit, whatever you believe, a sun, a moon, a God, Catholic, whatever religion you have, spirit, your emotions, how you feel, what you feel, your mind, what you read, what you listen, what you talk. The power of your words are, wow. And then your body, right? And then your body. So then when you start balancing the 4 of them, the result is great. So then you start going to the gym, you start losing weight. Why? Because you want to age nice. You want to be cool, you want to have a nice body, you want to look at the mirror, and it doesn't matter the shape that you have, it's how you see yourself. And then you think about being healthy and about having better blood pressure and eating a little bit healthier, and then keep eating. I still eat chocolate souffle, but then I don't eat 2 or 3, I just have 1. You know what I mean? I don't drink every night. I go Saturday night and go fun with my friends, and I still get drunk. So then I don't want to fuck every single person. I'm just it will be nice to find or a boyfriend or a regular or however, whatever thing you want to call, somebody that you can be you and you can share a good energy. And then in your emotion is, did you forgive the people that has been bullying you since you were a kid? I did. I went to a Catholic only men elementary and middle school in the middle of nowhere in Colombia. So let me tell you that stuff. God bless them. I go there and I wish them good because past is past. It's my life and that's it.
You were bullied there as a child.
Bully, it's a nice word to call the way that I was treated when I was young.
What's
like calling and names and things, but it's okay. And it's still happen. So for the people who is going through that, great. Like you have to be strong. You have to take that and make it your friend. And you have to be proud of who you are. And then it's these are two, number one and number one. Because you are a number one, you have to be your number one. And you have to understand that we are special because we are a perfect yin and yang. We have a masculine energy and we have a female energy. Yeah. And because of that, we need to balance it, right? So we need to heal, forgive our fathers, forgive our mothers. I forgive the guy who touched me and abused me. It's okay. He has his own path, his own karma. I'm fine. Because if I start like, I hate him, I'm hurting myself. So no, good for him. I wish him good. Thank you. Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I love you. Thank you.
And what does that do for you to forgive?
Let it go.
Does that help you change some of the habits you talked about?
Yeah, I always compare that with like a walking with a backpack. Uh-huh. Think about you walking to the beach with a backpack, right? Okay. And put in a backpack every single thing that is happening to you right now in the shape of a stone. So walking to the beach, carry the backpack, and then one stone is your father, problems with your father, the other stone is your brother, the other stone is the best friend who steal your boyfriend, the other person who will steal money from you, your boss that is an asshole with you, all the heavy things that you have, and you put it like stones, and then you're walking with that, and it's so fucking heavy, and then you're going to the beach, really? So no, so stop, and then I said, I'm going to take this. You know what, my father, he was an ignorant, he didn't have the information, the 50s, the 70s, the 80s was hard, being gay, we have to be honest. Be gay is being different for this model of society that we have right now. So you feel compassion and you're cool and kind. So you take that stone and say, you know what, father, I'm tired to carry with you. And then my boss, and then and then you didn't want to be with me, you broke up and you went and fought with somebody else and now you're living by pop. And then you start taking those things out of your backpack. And then suddenly it feels lighter and you start feeling better about yourself. And then you start and then you want to have fun. And then you go and then you dance with yourself. And then you invite that friend that likes you a lot. People who really like you. And it's easy. It's easy for me, you know, like...
How old were you when you started to practice that forgiveness and that releasing of the stones, of the emotional weight?
Well, I told you that I went to a Catholic school.
Yeah.
So when I was in that middle school, I was one of the students that I was pointed to probably be a priest because I have a high inclination for spirituality.
Yeah.
I love religion, I love spirituality, I love Jesus. I would love to have a dinner with Jesus. Jesus is cool. His philosophy is amazing. He just speaks about love like love and love and love other, and if they hit you 7 times, put your other one in 70 and do it. That's sexy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just telling you, like, with all respect, like, Jesus is the philosophy, the Catholicism is amazing. It's a dream. Loving everybody, wow, and forgive everybody, no matter what they do to you. We will be in a different situation in the world. So, but I was very young at that age, and I thought that that was the path that I was going to take. And then I had sex with a woman, and I didn't feel it. It was like, what's this? And I was like touching and like, not really. And then it happens that I have sex with my classmate, which was a neighbor. And it was amazing. And I tried to have with a girl again, and I couldn't because nothing happened. And I was like, it's not my thing. So then I decided that I didn't want to lie because I don't like to lie. So I say, is this? And I have this path that I want to follow, which is, but for Catholics, there is a rule that they speak about celibacy, right? Like when you don't have sex. So I was like, I don't like to lie. They don't agree with this, so I can be. So then I choose the other way. So I become a regular guy, and I start dating and fucking and having fun.
Yeah.
But always that inside call to be nice, to be kind, to help others, to love. That's not what all the religion said. That's not what all the gods said. Yeah. Love each other. We all are the same. Yeah. But we humans, we don't understand the message. We are all the same inside. Because obviously outside we are not. You're a white boy. I'm a brown. Right? You are from here. I'm from there. We are colors, shapes, woman, man. But it's the inside, we are all the same. Mm-hmm. We are light.
So how did you begin to understand what you're describing, that spiritual connectedness, the releasing and forgiving?
When I start feeling, because don't get me wrong, I hate people that abuse me. I hate people who treat me bad. I hate people who bully me. But then I start feeling the reaction and the result of that in my body. That knot that you have here. Yeah. It's like a knot. It's like and sometimes I was like trying to throw up, and it's painful, and you feel like heavy, like carrying stones.
Yeah. It takes a lot of energy to really hold on to hate.
And and the energy and suffering and chewing your nails and all that things. Like, this is not right.
Wow.
Yeah, this is not right. I don't want this. I don't want this in my life. I just want chill, to be easy, peaceful.
Wow.
Everybody has something to teach. Everybody has something to learn. Yeah.
So today, do you have a practice? Is it meditation, or what kind of things do you do to keep yourself on this path?
Yeah. So I have, every day when I wake up, I have a big sign in my room that it says, "Thank you, universe." And I have it here in Spanish. Gracias, universe. So, thank you is the key. Because the action that you are saying thank you for something make you humble. When I'm telling you thank you so much for this opportunity, I'm acknowledged that you took a decision to invite me. I'm being a host in your house, right? You're sharing this project with me and giving me my opportunity to spread this message that is going somewhere, and I following a universe law that said you share information with others and you help others. So following that, I think that it's very important that we grow day by day, and that we do our best effort to understand who we are and becoming a better person. So at the moment that I become better person inside, that reflects in the person who is next to me, my friend, my classmate, my coworker, and then it's in a spread. And that's the tattoo that I have here that you were talking, which is the flower of life.
Circles.
We all are interconnected.
Yeah. You may not be able to see it, it's like concentric circles all over.
It is. It's here. So it is circles. So this is who we are, and then this is you, right? And this is my boss. This is my best friend. This is my mom. This is my sister. But my sister, at the same time, she knows other people, and then this person knows other people. So we all are interconnected, and it's global. It's global. So we are just connected wherever if you want it or not. Like for example, right now, I don't know where this video is going to. So we are connected somehow. And somehow it's going to touch people. Somehow it's going to maybe upset some people. But remember always that we are mirrors. So whatever I'm saying and whatever reaction you're having, you are reflecting yourself on my skin.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm reflecting myself in yourself. So if you upset me, I have that inside. If there is a guy who come here right now and start calling me the F word, and I'm not going to say the F word because I know that that is very offensive for many people, but not for me, because I'm fine. And then somebody come here screaming F, 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 and I'm like, wow, how much pain that person has inside.
For real.
Wow, so sad. And I say, yes, sir, I am. I am. I'm an F. And I'm proud about it, and I love it. Because I'm free. You know what I mean? I'm so sorry. I don't want to carry your pain. Bye. And then you keep going.
Wow. So, thank you. Wow. So, with U equals U, you mentioned earlier you were diagnosed about almost 20 years ago.
It's going to be 20 years in September.
So that was 2004. When did you start to learn what undetectable means and what that means for you as a sexual person, not to be able to transmit HIV as an undetectable person? How did you learn that? Do you remember hearing about that?
Well, of course I remember. That's kind of things that you don't forget because it's a beautiful learning process. So we are talking in 2004, right?
So 2004 you were diagnosed.
In 2004 I went to my doctor, and I want to tell you a whole story. I went to my doctor. I was super slim, super skinny, and I was in a relationship with a guy from here. And we both were like, competing, who is more skinny, and then we were super slim, and then we were so happy because we were in a small size. And then my boyfriend, he gets sick. He get a cold. And it was a cold, and we were trying everything, and I said, you know what, let's go and let's see what's going on. So we went to the doctor, and the doctor make the test to him. We were the first ones in that doctor office that have that test that they pinch your finger and they get a drop of blood, and the result was in 20 minutes.
Right.
It was the first ones. We were the first one. They were like, what? So when and I was like, he get positive. So he started like screaming and like crying. So I was kind of in shock, but I think that I reacted in a different way. I was just quiet. And then the doctor told me, Cesar, we have to do yours too. And I was like, doctor, but I had it like 3-4 months ago. And he said, doesn't matter. So he did it. He pinched my finger. We waited, and he said, you are too. So then they made the result. And it happens that we weren't that slim and that skinny, our T cells were under 200.
Oh.
So technically we have AIDS,
right.
But we didn't know. And we thought that we were super skinny, and we thought that we were safe because we both were in a relationship, whatever. We were talking about 20 years ago. So we started the treatment to see if work. At that point was, let's ask the universe what they want. And it was Calitra. It was not a cocktail that some people had to deal with it. Mine was Calitra and Truvada, which Truvada is PrEP.
Yeah.
So there was no PrEP. So you're welcome. So we who tried Truvada first, we proved that we worked, and that's how PrEP came.
Absolutely.
So that was a combination of Calitra and Truvada, and we wait 3-4 months taking the medicine every day, and they were checking us constantly, and the body just say, let's keep walking, which is the other tattoo that is in this arm.
Oh,
keep walking.
Keep walking.
And then keep walking, and here I am. Keep
So
walking.
when did that when were you told medically, or how did you learn?
Oh, with the doctor,
Because back
with the
then-
doctor we start talking,
Well-
but then there was no information
Right,
about
we
it.
didn't know that. Or
Exactly.
rather, there was not the science that backed it up back then.
Yeah, but I was in a relationship. I was with my boyfriend, so it was very shocking for us. So we get very alone together, and we were just together, and we were like dealing with other things, like hiding from the family, hiding from the friends, hiding from the work. Because like we didn't know what the work reaction was going to be, and then we were dealing with that, and I have a say that I still use it, that is suelta y confía, which in English is trust and release, or trust and just let it go, let it happen. So you just trust, God will provide. Things happen for a reason. And in a universe that everything is so perfect, that a seed go to the soil, root, plant, tree, fruit, food, and come back.
Yeah.
Sun, moon, daylight, seasons. There is a law, there is an order, and you just trust, like a mother trusts when she's pregnant that the baby is going to be okay. So when you live with that sense of trust, you know that the things are going to be okay. So the process that started was amazing, because I'm gonna tell you something. I remember the doctor, Dr. Kim, amazing. Dr. Kim told me, Cesar, you are in the best city in the world that you can be getting this result right now. You are going to be fine.
So you got that at the very beginning.
Yeah, and then I'm fine.
Love
20 years
thank you,
ago.
Dr. Kim.
So thank you, Dr. Kim.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you that in addition to that, then is when spirituality works.
Yes.
Because I've never been scared to die. Because I have very clear that I can leave this top and fall, and can happen. Not to being dramatic, I know I'm Latino and we are dramaticos, but like things happen exactly at the moment when it's going to happen.
Right.
And there is people with HIV living that they are falling for airplanes, they are dying for heart attack, they're committing suicide,
Right.
they're having other kind of issues,
So back then, when you started medication,
Yes.
the message was still that you could transmit HIV, that you still had to be careful, that you could potentially give HIV to another person, even when you were on medications, back when you started 20 years ago.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
There was not even, it was just you becoming another
So
person.
when did that change? When did you get started to learn about the U equals U message?
Well, when the services about the city, you know why? Because obviously you start going to the doctor, you start going here. I went to therapy. I enjoy this HIV My Team website. So then I'm a survivor. I'm not from here. So I learned 25 years ago when I moved to the United States that this is a land of opportunity, that you need to fight for it and you need to look for it. So you don't stay at home like, I'm depressed. Oh, fuck. I know, I like rough. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Fuck, I am. No, you fight. Yeah. You go and for it. So, let's find information. So, I was going to the centers and obviously scared and trying to hide that nobody was going to see me. I live in Astoria, Queens, and I used to live in Jackson Heights, so I never went to the Queens Center because like, oh no, another Latino is going to see me. It's okay. I'm kind with myself. It's cute. It's cute. It's part of the experience. So I was coming to Manhattan. I was coming to the Chelsea clinic that is in the STD clinic. That they were nice. Dr. King was everything.
So do you remember what it felt like when you realized that you were taking medications, which meant you could not transmit HIV? You were undetectable, untransmittable. You could not transmit, you cannot transmit HIV.
Yeah.
Do you remember how that felt?
Well, it feels good in the sense that for mental health, the stigma of you feel that you are going to give somebody that experience that tells the kind of person that you are. So being undetectable and being untransmittable give me the tool or the key to be free to express my sexuality the way that I want and empower myself. It's all about empowering. It's all about to being you. It's all about to loving who you are. It's all about you becoming the priority. So I don't really fucking care please, if you don't want to be with me, run away. Don't bring me the fucking shit energy because I work so hard every day to wake up, to leave that bed, to don't be depressed and to survive. So I just need another warrior next to me. I don't want to scare person and I'm not judging again. It's just that it's a perception and the mind is powerful. So you have to make your brain powerful because that brain is responsible to keep you healthy, right? And if we are in United States, and you can tell I'm not originally from here, but God bless America, I'm going to use the resources and I'm here and the universe wants me here. Yeah. So I'm here and I'm healthy and I'm taking care of my body and then I tattoo it and say, you know what, I am.
When did you get the tattoo? The U equals U tattoo.
I get the tattoo, I told you my tattoos are an experience. Yeah. I'm one of you. I'm one of regular, the whole school. From coming here with no English, with no having immigration situation defined. I'm being through everything. So, one night I went out. I'm a 52 years old man. I know what I want when I go to a buffet. Do you understand what I mean? I'm trying not to eat meat, and I'm talking about food. I prefer seafood. I prefer, you know what I mean? So it's the same in sex life. Mm-hmm. I don't like everything I see on the streets. Mm-hmm. So I go to a bar, I like to drink my bourbon, my Irish whiskey, Jameson again. And I was in a bar, and And I'm talking about that was 2 years ago probably. And I was in a bar, and then I was drinking there by myself, having my drink, having my good time with myself, which I love it. And then I saw this nice guy coming. And he came to me and I said, hey, hi. I saw that he was talking with accent, and I said, do you speak another language? He said, yeah, I speak Spanish. So, oh, really? Me too. But he was a different accent. So I said, where are you from? And he said, I said, okay, cool. Well, I'm from Colombia, we have different accents. Hi, how are you? Yeah, nice, blah, 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 blah. What do you do for living? Oh, the usual. Yeah, I work for a hospital. And I said, oh, really? You're a doctor? And he said, no, I'm a GM in a hospital, it's corporate, it's administration. I said, okay, cool, but it's still a hospital. Oh, blah, blah, ha, 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 ha. Cheers, salute, blah, 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 blah. Then he is like, oh, let's have another drink, let's go to another bar. And I was like, oh, it's my first time in New York. And I said, oh, really? Oh, let me show you the city. So I took him around, a couple of bars here and there, having fun, cute, sexy guy, type of bed, nice, and we kiss each other, and one thing took to another one, and then another drink, and then we went to a bar, and then when we went to another bar, that is many of us here favorite bar for so long, when you can go a little free and play nice, and we went there, we played, it was amazing, like wow. We ended my apartment, normal. But nothing happened. It was just cuddling and kissing because of me. Because I was into cuddling and having fun. I don't need to go all the way now. I'm 52, so I know what I like. So it was fun just to be touching and cuddling and kissing and playing. Nothing happened. Well, so next day, I say, have you been in Jackson Heights? And he's like, oh, no, what's that? And I said, well, it's a very Latino area and it's full of gay bars. You wanna go? He said, oh, we'd love to, so let me take you. So we went to Jackson Heights, we have dinner, 1 drink, 2 drinks, we stop in 1 bar, we stop in another bar. Jackson Heights has beautiful, amazing bars. And then I went to the bathroom and I was peeing when there was a sign. Get tested, know your status, HIV. And then I was like, oh fuck. We haven't touched that subject. I haven't told this guy that. So I finished peeing, I put my inside, and I went to the bar, and I said, we were fine, we were hugging and we were drinking. And I said, oh, by the way, I have to tell you something. And he said, what's going on? He said, because the message in the bathroom, like, and then I'm telling you, HIV doesn't define me. So I was like, I just want to tell you I'm undetectable. And he was like, what's that? And I said, well, I'm an HIV person, but I follow the program, and I'm transmittable. You know what is U equal U? Say, like, his expression, let's fall. And the energy gone. I go by energies. The energy was like, he said, like, what? And he said, yeah. And he said, why you lied to me? And I said, oh no, I didn't lie. I just, well, it doesn't define me, so it's an information that it's not that I'm hiding. I just realized it. And he's like, okay, okay. But then the kisses that were like, it was like, and he was like very uncomfortable, and I was like, are you okay? He said, yeah, I'm okay. And I said, cool. Are you okay? No, yeah, I'm okay. I knew what was happening. But so
he was dry.
He was dry completely. Yeah, everything changed, the mood changed, the energy changed. But we finished a couple of drinks, and I was like, you know what? Let's go on. And said, you wanna go back to your hotel? I know he was staying with family. You wanna go to your family? He said, no, let's keep hanging out. And I said, sure. So we ended in my apartment again, and nothing happened. We went in bed, and he was like, why you lied to me? Why you didn't tell me?
Oh my God.
He was going over and over.
Oh my God.
So then I had to tell him, hey buddy, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 45. And I said, well, so you're not a kid. So you're a 45-year-old guy in New York City, In 2023, that was last year, and you approach in a bar under the effect of alcohol to a stranger, you came to my house and you start playing with me. And now I'm telling you something and you are trying to blame it on me that I was trying to do to you. Your lack of information is not my responsibility because we haven't had anything yet. So I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get fed. I'm not going to feel guilty because what you don't know. In addition, you're telling me that you work in a medical field. In the conversation that you are having, you told me that you love opera. I see the way you are dressing, and you are vacations in New York, so you have money. So you are a high class in Latin
someone
America.
who works in the medical profession, who doesn't know what you equals you with.
So you are showing me, and thank you for that. Remember, everything I'm saying is not coming from bitterness. It's a learning. It's a university of life.
Show me the.
It's like the way is my little baby.
Right.
Yeah, University of Life.
So say
it's my project.
What's the University of Life?
University of Life, it's what I've been talking to you all night.
Yeah.
It's what I believe. Like, to know the light, you have to go through the darkness.
And we can put the link down below so people can.
And we all are teachers and we all are students.
Yeah.
So I can teach you about living with HIV for 20 years.
Yeah.
You can teach me how to be a speaker. I saw PrEP and you shared. You told me actually an information about a new medication and new pills about STDs that I didn't know. And I didn't know about this TV show, about this YouTube, and I'm learning something new. You learn everything from everybody. We all are teachers, we all are students. We just need to be open. Like, I can teach about Colombian culture, about being gay in Latin America. Probably somebody from another part of the world will teach me their struggles with the family that I don't know, their struggles with another thing. Like, I can tell you I'm divorced, I was married. I know how to struggle with a divorce. Maybe somebody can tell me how to struggle with drugs because I'm not into drug scene. No, because I don't like, it's just because I'm being fucking scared of life and I don't want to deal with that. But maybe somebody can, talk about it and then you learn. We all are books. We are all books that we walk and we should be open to teach and to learn. Teach and learn. So that's what happened with this guy. I told him, you approached me, you are like, I'm sorry, but you are showing me the lack of information that Latin America has. And maybe there is a path that I need to follow you. That is a path that I need to do.
This man was Latino.
Yeah. So you are showing me the level of information that and what is happening in Latin America right now. So maybe my work is not here. Maybe my work is in Latin America. Or maybe my work is everywhere in Latin America and with Latinos that have been here. And there should be hundreds of Latinos in New York City that they are living exactly what I used to do 20 years ago and they don't know. No worries, you're going to be fine. I'm going to tell you what the Dr. King told me. Suelta y confía, trust and release. Everything is going to be okay. You are in the best city that you can be to be an HIV Asian person, but aged nice, like a good wine. I'm going to put it in our language, como un buen tequila reposado. Cuídate, take care of yourself, like a nice tequila. Take care of your body, love yourself. No matter who you are, where you're coming from, if you're HIV, if you're not. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and becoming the best version of you. And you're going to see the reflection. You're going to look amazing.
Oh, beautiful. So Cesar, people watching this want to stay in contact with you or ask you questions or follow you. What is the best way for them to do that?
Well, I have an Instagram, like probably many human beings have. Like my Instagram is my name, Cesar Caicedo-Ciro.
The link is right below if you're on YouTube.
Yeah, I have a Facebook. I'm not a TikTok generation, but I'm there. I'm going to be honest with all of you. And this is something that I read from Oprah. Because I like to listen positive things. I don't watch news. I'm very careful with what I put in my mind and my ear. And Oprah said, everything that you do it with intention. And my only intention here is that when the moment comes to lip sync for my life, no. When the moment, that's another person. When the moment comes for me to leave this place, this universe, this area, I'm going to be like, my wings. I'm going to
There's wings. There's wings.
Fuck, let's go. Minimalistic.
Yeah.
Like Tom Colicchio, my boss says, simplicity doesn't mean simple.
Love that.
Be kind, be nice, be light, travel light, be minimalistic, don't hate, don't keep going, don't hold things, just let it go. So that's the intention. I'm giving back. Somebody is going to benefit with this.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a good karma for me.
And that's why I do these.
That's a good karma for me because I'm having fun already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is such of a good adventure for me. I never did this before. And I talk a couple of friends and I'm going to post it in my Instagram too because now I'm open for everything. And I'm open to get from the universe everything that I deserve because I've been working so hard for it.
Love that.
And that's the intention, okay?
Love that. So people want to reach you, contact you, ask you more questions. Instagram's the best.
Instagram,
Okay.
Cesar
So that link is
Caicedo-Ciro. Facebook is my personal name too. It's spirituality, HIV, undetectable. It's no personal relations. It's not sex. No.
Beautiful.
Because I'm in a different state and thank you so much. And if you compliment my body or whatever, I'm not in that path anymore. I'm in a different path and I have an intention.
Yeah.
And it's a community, social intention, spiritual.
Beautiful. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much, Cesar. Thank you so much for your generosity of information, of spirit, of insight, wisdom. And this is how I believe we change. This is how I believe we have an impact in the world, is by sharing our truth, sharing our vulnerabilities, doing it in a way that people can hear who may not do it otherwise. And, just live your truth, live your story. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much. For me, my favorite word is abundance.
Yes.
Because everything is abundance. And this is abundance. You being so generous, giving me your time and giving me this opportunity. And let's see what it comes for this. Cheers. Right. Abundance.
Abundance. So if you like this interview, subscribe down below. Learn more about living life with meaning and pleasure and science and information and thinking about ways to have these kind of conversations with your friends. Like you said, the guys you've met, some of them don't know what U equals U is. The only way that's going to change is if everybody watching this shares that information. If you don't already know what U equals U is, learn about it. If you do know what U equals U is, please tell people in your life in whatever way, social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok, even in your just day-to-day conversations, make sure that this message is getting out there that literally saves lives. U equals U.
Yeah, and what kills is the secret.
Yes.
No more secrets. Your family love you. And whoever love you is going to stay. And if nobody stay, you have yourself. So no secret. Keep walking.
Thanks, everybody.